Hi, this is the third continuation video on the topic of past adjustments. We've been doing example sums on this topic of past adjustments. Let's go to the fifth example. Example 5. On 31st March 2019, after closing the books of accounts, the capital accounts of P, Q and R stood in the books of the firm at rupees 40,000, rupees 30,000 and rupees 20,000 respectively. Subsequently, it was noticed that interest on capital at 5% had been omitted. Profit for the year ended 31st March 2019 was rupees 60,000 and the partners' drawings had been for P rupees 10,000, for Q rupees 7,500 and for R rupees 4,500. The profit sharing ratio of P, Q and R is 3:2:1. Give necessary adjustment entry. We understand from this problem that interest on capital at 5% has been omitted. So the approach would be like we had done previously to allow the interest on capital at 5% which has been omitted. Now what sets this problem apart from the previous problems is that we cannot apply 5% interest on capital on the amounts of capital given 40,000, 30,000 and 20,000 because these capitals are the closing capitals, the capitals at the end of the year, 31st March 2019. So we need to first ascertain the opening capitals of P, Q and R as on 1st April 2018. And the fluctuating capital method is being followed. So the opening capital will not be equal to the closing capital. We'll have to make adjustments for adding of the drawings and deducting of share of profits since we have assumed the fluctuating capital method. If it had been the fixed capital method, since there's no additional capital and withdrawal of capital, the opening capital will be equal to the closing capital and we can apply the 5% on these capitals which are given. But since we are following the fluctuating capital method, we need to ascertain the opening capital from the closing capital by adding the drawings and subtracting the partner's share of profit. So the working note 1 is to calculate the opening capital. Calculation of opening capital. Particulars. P, Q and R. We'll begin with the closing capitals. Closing capital. For P it's 40,000 rupees. For Q it's 30,000 and for R 20,000 rupees. We'll add the drawings. $10,000 for P, 7,500 for Q and rupees 4,500 for R. After adding we get 50,000 for P, 37,500 for Q and 24,500 for R. Next we need to deduct the share in profits. The profit sharing ratio is 3:2:1 and the profits was rupees 60,000 in this ratio. So 30,000 for P, 20,000 to be deducted for Q and 10,000 to be deducted for R. The final answers of opening capital. In the case of P, it's rupees 20,000. In the case of Q, it's 17,500. Whereas in the case of R, it's 14,500 rupees. Applying the rate IOC at 5% per annum. For P, it is 20,000 into 5 divided by 100, which is equal to rupees 1,000. For Q, 17,500 into 5 divided by 100, which is equal to rupees 875. And for R, 14,500 into 5 divided by 100, which is equal to 725. Next is the working note 2, table showing adjustment to be made. Particulars: P divided into debit and credit. Q again divided into debit and credit. R divided into debit and credit. And final column is for the firm, divided into debit and credit. We will allow IOC to these partners, allowing IOC at 5% per annum. For allowing IOC, we need to credit the partner and debit the firm. We'll credit P with its IOC, which is 1,000. We'll credit Q with Q's IOC, which is 875 rupees, and we'll credit R with R's IOC, which is 725 rupees. Now on adding 1,000 and 875 plus 725, we get 2,600 rupees, which has to be debited to the firm. The error has been rectified. We'll balance the firm 2,600 to the credit. This needs to be divided among P, Q and R in their profit sharing ratio. So we'll divide 2,600 in 3:2:1. We get 1,300 for P. We need to debit the partner because the balancing figure for firm is coming on the credit side. For Q, it is 2,600 divided by 3. 867 rupees. And for R, it is 433 rupees. And since we've debited the partners, we will write reversing profits. Three is to 2:1. Let's total up. 1,300 debit of P, 1,000 credit of P 867, debit of Q 875, credit of Q 433, debit of R 725, credit of R, and 2600, debit of firm and also the credit of the firm. Final step is to find out the net effect. 300 debit in the case of P, 8 rupees credit in the case of Q, and 292 rupees credit, which is the difference between 725 and 433. Since the fluctuating capital method is being followed, we'll have to pass the adjustment entry through the partners' capital accounts. The solution: journal, date, particulars, LF, debit rupees and credit rupees. P, capital account, debit 300 to Q, capital account 8 rupees to R, capital account 292 rupees, and the narration being adjustment entry passed, to rectify error. So this is the answer for example 5. The only difference between this and the previous problems that we had done was that the closing capital was given and we had to do an initial working note of calculation of opening capital from the closing capital before we went ahead to rectify the error, which was omitting to allow interest on capital. Next example, example 6. Manu and Shrishti are partners in a firm sharing profits in the ratio of 3:2. Following information is of the firm as on 31st March 2019. The balance sheet of the firm is given as on 31st March 2019. On the liability side, we have the capitals of the partners Manu and Shrishti. 30,000 is Manu's capital and 10,000 is Shrishti's capital. On the asset side, we find that the drawings of Manu is 4,000 and the drawings of Shrishti is 2,000. The balance are other assets 34,000. Further information given: profit for the year ended 31st March 2019 was 5,000, which was divided in the agreed ratio, but interest at 5% per annum on capital and 6% per annum on drawings was inadvertently omitted. Adjust interest on drawings on an average basis for 6 months. Give the adjustment entry. So the error is that interest on capital at 5% per annum was not provided, and interest on drawings at 6% per annum was not charged. So our approach to the problem will be to allow the interest on capital at 5% per annum and to charge the interest on drawings at 6% per annum. But before we continue with calculation of interest on capital, we find that the capital of Manu and Shrishti, which is given, which is 30,000 and 10,000, is at the end of the accounting period. So we need to calculate the opening capital from the closing capital given, because we have to assume the fluctuating capital method. So the first working note would mean to find out the opening capital from the given closing capital. So let's begin with the working note 1. Calculation of opening capital. Particulars column, Manu and Shrishti. Let's begin with the closing capital. It's 30,000 for Manu and 10,000 for Shrishti. We need to add the drawings, but in this problem the drawings is still appearing in the asset side of the balance sheet, which means the drawings has not yet been transferred to the partner's capital account. So to arrive at the opening capital, we need to ignore the drawings because the drawings has not yet been transferred to the partner's capital account. But we need to deduct the share in profits. So let's go to the next step of less share in profits. The profit sharing ratio is given as 3:2. Rupees 5,000 is the profit for the year ended 31st March 2019, and we need to divide that in 3:2 ratio. So we get 3,000 for Manu and rupees 2,000 for Shrishti. The final answer for opening capital for Manu it's rupees 27,000, whereas for Shrishti it's rupees 8,000. Let's calculate the interest on capital at 5% per annum. For Manu, it's equal to 27,000 into 5 divided by 100, which is equal to 1350 rupees. For Shrishti, it's equal to 8,000 rupees into 5 divided by 100, which is equal to rupees 400. Let's calculate the interest on drawings at 6% per annum. For Manu's drawings, rupees 4,000. The rate of interest on drawings is 6 divided by 100, and they've asked us to calculate for an average period of 6 months. So for 6 divided by 12, which is equal to rupees 120 for Manu, and for Shrishti drawings of Shrishti rupees 2000 into the rate by 100 for an average period of 6 months. Which is equal to rupees 60. So we finished the first working note of calculation of opening capital, and we also continued with calculation on interest on capital for Manu and Shrishti, and also calculation of interest on drawings. Now let's go to the second working note. Table showing adjustment to be made. Particulars. Manu, which is divided into debit and credit, and Shrishti, which is again divided into debit, credit, and finally the firm, which is divided into debit and credit. We'll allow interest on capital first. Interest on capital for Manu is 1350, and for Shrishti it's rupees 400. For allowing interest on capital, we need to credit the partner and debit the firm. So I'll credit Manu with 1350 rupees and credit Shrishti with 400 rupees. And I'll total these two up. I get 1750 rupees and I will debit the firm. The next step is to charge interest on drawings. For charging interest on drawings, we need to debit the partner and credit the firm. The interest on drawings for Manu is rupees 120, whereas it's 60 for Shrishti. So I'll debit Manu with 120 and debit Shrishti with 60 rupees. I'll add these two up. I get 180 rupees and I will credit the firm with 180 rupees. Now I need to balance the firm. I've rectified the errors. I need to balance the firm on deducting 180 from 1750. I get 1570, which I have to write to the credit of the firm. This 1570 needs to be divided in the profit sharing ratio, which is 3:2. For the first person, it is 942. Since I have credited firm with 1570, I will debit the partner 942 rupees. For the other person, for Shrishti, the answer is equal to 628 rupees. And since I have debited the partner and credited the firm, I will write reversing profits. The profit sharing ratio in which I reversed is 3:2. Let's find out the total. $1,062 debit of Manu 1,350 credit of Manu, 688 debit of Shrishti, 400 credit of Shrishti, 1,750 debit of firm, and again 1,750 credit of firm. The next step is to ascertain the net effect. Net effect for Manu is credit of 288 rupees. And for Shrishti, it's 288 rupees debit. The solution: we followed the fluctuating capital method, so the adjustment entry is to be passed through the partner's capital account. So journal, date, particulars, LF, debit, rupees, and credit rupees. Shrishti's capital account, debit 288 to Manu capital account 288, being adjustment entry passed to rectify the error. So this is a solution to example 6. Like we did in the previous problem, we had to calculate the opening capital before going ahead and calculating the interest on capital. But there was one more concept which we noticed in this sum, that was drawings was still appearing the asset side of the balance sheet. So to arrive at the opening capital from the closing capital, we did not add back drawings because the drawings had not yet been transferred to the partner's capital account.